Welcome to the Longbox Paradox version of the pull list. This is what I'm getting up on. I just want to thank Rod, Just Reeking His Comics, and John for leading off, and Old Wolf leading into me. So without further ado, let's get into my list. I'm going to start with DC Comics. This is not a book I normally would buy. I honestly hate Tom King's Batman. I'm well documented about my feelings on it. But Batman Catwoman number 3 has a variant by an artist that I tend to buy, and that's Travis Charest or Charest. Lovely Batwoman cover on it. Or not Batwoman, Catwoman cover. That's a total buy for me just for the art. I can give a crap about the story. To be honest, I did read 1 and 2 because I'm a hate reader, I guess. Not loving it. Next up, Future State Catwoman number 2. I'm getting the B cover by Habchi. I don't want to try and murder the first part of the person's name because it could be Hicham or Hickam. I'm not sure. Immortal Wonder Woman number 2. I am loving Immortal Wonder Woman. Jen Bartel's art with the mix of Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad writing. This one is a twofer for me because the Jen Bartel cover is beautiful, and Becky Cloonan is one of my favorite artists, so I tend to pick up everything that she puts out. Next up, also Future State Nightwing number 2. I'm going to pick up the Yasmin Putri with the A cover. I do like the Nicholas Scott B variant, but the Putri one I really like a little bit more. A book that took me by surprise in the Future State books that I really was not looking forward to reading and ended up being actually surprisingly good. Future State Shazam number 2. I really dug it. You're kind of left with the mystery because every time someone keeps calling Shazam Billy, he goes, "I'm not Billy." And you keep going like, okay, what's this dude's problem? I'm not going to go into like spoilers on it, but I really enjoyed the first one. The next book of Future State, Superman Worlds of War number 2, the Riccardo Federici variant, it would be variant, is the one I'll be picking up. I like Federici's art. If you've not read Last God, why are we even talking about it? Go pick it up. The trade should be with all 12 coming out soon. I was hot cold on this. The B stories in it I did not necessarily love. Next up, the next Batman number 4. I'm not liking this book. It's kind of blah, but Jennifer and I have agreed to pick up every one of the Future State books and discuss, so here we are. It's a Jim Lee variant, and basically it's a flip cover of his ones that he used on the Hush storyline. I really hate when artists really start like recycling their own art, but whatever, it's Jim, like, so people will buy it, and I'm kind of like, well, whatever, I guess, like, I'm buying it anyway, so I guess I might as well pick up the Jim Lee cover. I know that sounded enthusiastic. It's not really. This next Batman book is like a trudge for me, and I was really looking forward to it because I really like the other history of the DC universe, and they kept pumping like, John Ridley's coming in, he's gonna work magic on Batman. Meh. From Image Comics, The Excellence number 10, I will be picking up both covers, one by Randolph and one by Whitaker. I'm liking both covers, and The Excellence, if you haven't read it, it's very hard to describe, sort of. It's kind of a little bit like, in Harry Potter parlance, like Ministry of Magic, except our main protagonist is kind of trying to tumble the ministry down that his dad happens to run. I've been loving the story. Every issue is a nice ride, and Carrie Randolph has been awesome on it. Family Tree number 11. Weirdly, I'm usually one of the people like 4 issues in, if I'm not hooked, I just drop it. Family Tree was a book that took 7 issues for me to like get hooked when it finally got to where it needed to go. And the only reason I gave it a chance because it was Lemire. Although Lemire kind of bitch smacked me with Gideon Falls. I know people love that book. I did not. Really enjoying it now that we're getting to where it needed to go. Another book that totally I had no idea what the fuck it was about. Haha number 2 by W. Maxwell Prince. Whew. I mean, I love Ice Cream Man, and by the way, We are doing on February 24th, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We're doing book club on Ice Cream Man Volume 1. Try to get W. Maxwell prints on. That wasn't quite happening. This has 2 covers. One by Thorogood, which I actually like. I think I'm picking up both covers. The B cover by Simmons. Simmons is the artist for Department of Truth. And for some reason, his variants keep going up and like being hot commodities. Haha number 1 was really good, and it seems like every issue is going to be a different kind of clown. So keep an eye on that. From Marvel Comics, Black Widow number 5. Jen and I swore we were going to stop collecting it. It finally started getting good. The Adam Hughes cover is where I'm going with that. Cable number 8. We love Fuckboy Cable here in this house. So I'm going to keep buying it. Captain America number 27. Alex Ross covers have been killing it. Ta-Nehisi Coates has been great writing it. It's a monthly buy for me, never nonstop. And then we got King in Black number 4. I want to see where it goes. There is a cover that they're not showing because it's a spoiler cover. I'm interested. King in Black, Planet of the Symbiotes number 2. Whatever, I'm in. I don't really care about it, but I'll pick it up anyway because I'm just the sucker. Marauders number 19. One of my favorite X titles right now is Marauders. Plus, I'm a Kitty Kate Pryde stan, so ta-da! Marvel number 5, picking up Miles Morales number 23. I've been hot cold on Miles Morales lately. Some issues been good, some not so good. This Champions Outlaw stuff has been nonsense to me, at least. I mean, it's like Civil War for kids. We've been there, done that. Savage Avengers 18, I'm picking up for no other reason than Deadpool and Conan going to the Hellfire Club. It's the only reason I'm picking this book up. And the cover alone made me laugh, so I'm in for it. Thor number 12, what Donny Cates is doing right now with the escaped Donald Blake, who is batshit nuts and is just taking out Asgardians and taking their powers. I'm loving it. It's a twist I never thought about or even considered. Really enjoying it right now. Cates is very good at reimagining some things in mythology, and I'm enjoying it. If you have the money to throw around, Uncanny X-Men Omnibus number 4 comes out. This one is basically my entrance into X-Men. X-Men's always one of those things, it's impenetrable. So pick your point, go in and enjoy it. I happened to come in right at that point where John Romita Jr. was doing art with Claremont and Barry Windsor Smith when Lady Deathstrike first started popping up, and then the Morlocks and Depowered Storm and the Mohawk, and she was punk. It's a nostalgia thing for me, and I might plop down 125 on it. Speaking of nostalgia, X-Men Legends number 1. It's Fabian Nicieza and Brett Booth. It's kind of your favorite time of X-Men. Seems like it's going to be very 90s heavy. So if you want that nostalgia bomb of mutants, go with this one. From Boom Studios, Abbott 1973 number 2. I have it. I have the first trade. I have the first issue of 1973. I haven't read them yet. I heard great things, so I'm going to continue picking up even though I haven't read the other ones yet. Once in Future number 16. There's not much I can say. Like, Dan Mora and Kieran Gillen are killing it on this book. Like, I love it. Grant is my favorite character. It's just so enjoyable. It's a wild ride. And every issue, there's a moment in it. I'm just like, that's awesome. Like, Grant needs to be played by Helen Mirren. Just saying. From Dark Horse, Barbalian Red Planet number 4. It and Colonel Weird came out at the same time for the Black Hammer universe that's spinning out. And they're both very emotional. Where Colonel Weird was Colonel Weird kind of finding himself, Barbalian is coming to accept what he is. And it's very emotional. It's crazy emotional. It takes place during the AIDS scare. And like him basically coming to grips with his sexuality and being an alien. On top of that, if we did a Black Hammer book club for it, and if you have any kind of superhero fatigue and want a book that will reinvigorate your love of superheroes, I think this is the book for you because it's different, it's heavy, but there is a heart. It's like a love letter to comics. Also from Dark Horse, Young Hellboy, The Hidden Land #1, the Mignola cover. I still buy Hellboy. I don't know why, but I do. TMNT, The Last Ronin #2 from IDW. It's been a couple of months since the first one came out. It was hot. I'm here for the ride. I'm not a huge TMNT fan like I was, but this has been interesting. From Vault, Hollow Heart. One way you will win me over and make you buy your book, if you do an homage cover to the first cover of ROM. This sucker, I saw it, I'm like, okay, well, that's for me. From Scout, we have Black Friday. I have no idea what it's about. I'm checking it out. AWA Upshot, Devil's Highway, the trade paperback comes out. If you'd watched our episodes before, I was very high on this book coming out, especially after the first issue. I really loved it. It's a trade that I will probably pick up just to keep in my collection. From Heavy Metal, Savage Circus #3, thanks to Lord Roscoe, I went and picked up issue 1 and 2 finally in digital and read it. And, well, I guess I'm in now. Aftershock Comics, Shadow Doctor #1. I have no idea what it's about, but I'm going to pick it up because it looked interesting, and Aftershock has been on a tear lately with new issue after new issue that have been killing it. That is it for my picks. You can catch me every Friday for new watchers with Jen, Comic Books Will Break Your Heart, doing our weekly show, The Long Box Paradox, and on February 24th, Wednesday, we do our graphic novel book club. We're doing Ice Cream Man. And always got new stuff coming on. And occasionally we have creators on. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And on Instagram, you can find me at comic_shop_news. And that is now thrown it to No Good Comics. Take care, guys. Thanks, and bye.